Brand new for 2025, a new Baofeng UV-7 Bravo. It is a tri-band radio, and after putting the battery on with this little screw in the back here and cinching it all down, it looks like it's waterproof and IP67 rated, I think it is. We're going to take a look at it right now. Okay, a UV-7 Bravo. This is a brand new radio. It came out a few months ago. It's not brand new, but it is new for 2025. And of course, I love doing the Baofeng videos because these are always real popular. You guys always really like those. We're going to test this radio today. I'm going to put it on the Tiny SA. We're going to do some spectral purity testing, and I'm going to put it behind me here on the Intellitron power meter, and we're going to do some power testing. The first thing I noticed about it, besides the battery, I mentioned the battery right here. There's a USB-C port right there, and once the battery kind of sinks down in there, you tighten it down with a flathead screwdriver, and it really seals it along the edges here, so that's really good. Put your belt clip right here. You can attach it right here with these screws right there, and that will attach to the radio body itself, not to the battery, so you can change out batteries and have multiple batteries, but all use the same belt clip on the radio. That's good. And of course, the charging port is on, the USB-C charging port, I should say, is on the battery itself, not on the radio. Look over here on the other side of the radio. There's a Stanwood Kenwood K connector right there, and a dual flashlight on the bottom there. That's always fun. Volume knob, up, down channels. This channel indicator right there is what changes channels up, down right there. Changes frequencies when in VFO mode, and you've got a single PTT on the side over there with an extra button on the side that will turn on the FM broadcast radio. So let's take a look at the overhead. This is the manual that you get. Pretty good manual, really. It's small text and kind of hard to read, but it'll tell you everything that you want to know right there. Pretty well written for Chinese radio menu. Not bad there at all. So this is, once again, single PTT here. This turns on the FM broadcast radio right there. Hit that button again, it turns it off. It does transmit. This one, well, that's the menu right there. Okay, so this one right here, this blue button right here switches between the top and the bottom band. Okay, there's probably buzzing in the KC5 HWB. There's probably buzzing the microphone when I key up. That's just a standard thing because I'm transmitting right next to my microphone here. It will transmit on 224.5 KC5 HWB testing. Actually, the calling frequency is 223.5 right there. KC5 HWB testing. So we're going to test that in a minute. We're going to put it on the meter and see how much output power does, and I might put that on the Tiny SA as well. Again, standard Kenwood K connector, USB-C port on the battery back here, dual flashlight on the bottom. So it's always fun. And then this radio has Bluetooth that will allow you to program the radio with Bluetooth. And if we go over here to Baofeng's website, okay, this is where I bought this radio on Amazon. Okay, so I'm going to share a link in the description below on Amazon, but baofengradio.com. A lot of the times I will talk about a Baofeng radio, a new model that maybe is not as well known or nobody's heard of yet, and they'll be like, no, this is a copy, it's not a real thing. If you go to baofengradio.com, that's their official website, and if you find the model there, then, you know, it's a real thing. There's a difference between the 5RM and the RM5, I think it is, and I asked them about that one time, and they're like, the 5RM is ours. One of them, I don't remember which one it was right now. I have the email from them. They said one of them's they're both ours, but one of them was made for a specific customer. So one of them we sell on our website, and one of them the specific customer sells. I'm like, okay, so they're both basically the same radio. But if we go over here and look at baofengradio.com, you can see the app is right there, pictured on the smartphone, and then it's got one review with a 1-star rating, and if you click down here under this review, it's 15 minutes ago. This review was left today. Great. This app is a real mess. It throws all my previous settings out and messes up the radio. Really, Baofeng, what a mess. So the only review on this radio is about the app. Okay, this is actually, and I can see that. Okay, if the app is terrible, I don't know. I am not going to download and install the app today. This is the same app, I believe, that works with the UV-5R Mini that we just reviewed, and a lot of the newer Baofeng radios. In fact, there's a shot of the UV-32 right there. So that's another Baofeng that I have that I'm going to be making a video about really soon. That one on the right over there, the UV-32. Kind of like a Motorola copy or that other radio I did a while back, something like that. So I probably will do a video about the app itself and see, but this app is supposedly works for multiple radios, and this one bad review I've read about it is really the only thing I've ever heard about it. I haven't really heard much about that app at all. So let's put it on the Tiny SA and see what we can see. All right, we set up the Tiny SA. I'll show you what settings I used in a second. 146.52 right now. Now I did and you can see at the top of the Tiny SA screen right there, it's coming up at 146.5. I did a purity test on the UV-5R Mini, and I was pleasantly surprised that it was pretty clean. This one does not look like it is the same thing. I'm going to let go of it and reset just for the heck of it. But we did a test a while back on the 5RM, the one I mentioned, the model I mentioned a minute ago, and it was really dirty. So Baofeng seems to be kind of hit or miss on their radios. This one right here being a tri-band, I was kind of hoping it'd be cleaner, but so far does not look like it's great. You got a second harmonic popping up right there around 439 megahertz, so that's even within the amateur radio band. Pretty bad. You got a fourth harmonic right there popping up somewhere around 590 megahertz, something like that. So yeah, not the cleanest signal in the world. Okay, disappointing, but okay. Let's try the 220 band. I wonder how clean it is there. So we're going to go here, and we're going to go to measure, harmonic, and I'm going to change it to 223.5 megahertz. Enter it again. And I'm going to go back in here and choose level and say EXT gain of minus 40 times 1. And now we're going to key up on 223.5, which is the bottom band on the radio right now. Okay. Freaked out on me a little bit at first, but then it cleaned up. 223.5 right there. There's a little dip right there on the just to the right of it, but it's not actually reading a harmonic. So, okay, we're not on an offset. The radio's on the correct frequency, so we're good there. Okay. Cleaner on 220 than it is on 2 meters. Okay. Well, good. Okay, so let's check the 446 band. Oh, wait, let's do 446. You see all this information that popped up here? It's not transmitting right now. So, okay. Once again, we're going to go back and choose measure, harmonic, 446 dot megahertz. Go back and choose level, minus 40 times 1. And there we go. Let it reset. 446 right there. Okay, there is an 8th harmonic up here. It says it's at like 2.9 gigahertz, which is kind of what we saw with the UV-5R Mini a while back as well. But that's a pretty clean signal on 440. Okay, so I'm both disappointed and impressed at the same time, because guess what? I was looking forward to the fact that this was a tri-band radio that incorporated the 1.25 meter 220 band, and one of my favorite bands, so I'm going to have to try to see what it sounds like on that band soon. But the kind of dirty on 2 meters, 220 and 440 look pretty darn good. That tells me it's probably going to be doing more power on 2 meters than the other two, because it's probably pushing too much power. Let's put it over here on the Intellitron meter and see what we can see. All right, over here on the testing bench, today's video is sponsored by Mezzi and Poloni coax, which is the coax we're about to plug into here. You can save a 10% discount off of all of their tools, coax, connectors, and everything at the link in the description below with the coupon code of HR2 cables. HR2 cables get you 10% off. And thank you, Mezzi and Poloni, for supporting this channel. Okay, one thing I did not show you yet. There are 2 power settings on this radio, high and low. Transmit power of high and low. We're going to go into, let's see, radio set. We go into program channel, and the second one down is transmit power, high power, and low power. So we're going to leave it on high power. We're going to go here to 146.52, which is the national calling frequency that we should all be monitoring on a daily basis. 5 watts. This is advertised as a 5-watt radio, so to me that's exactly where it should be. Okay. And now, since I've got it on the bottom band, I'm just going to switch bands, 446, and make sure it's still on high power. Good. On the bottom band, we're going to key that up, 3.2 watts on 440, and now I'm going to change 223.500. We're going to still on high power in that bottom band right there. Yep, just like that. And we're going to key that up. So 4.3 watts there. So about just over 5 watts on 2 meters, just over 4 watts on 220, and about 3.5 watts on 440. So overall, pretty decent. I mean, something I think I mentioned this earlier. I can't remember if I did now or not. This came with like this Nagoya style antenna. This does not look like a regular Baofeng antenna. It looks like a Nagoya 770, I think it is. 771 is the extended antenna, the longer one. This looks like a standard Nagoya antenna. It's not marked. It doesn't say anything on the bottom of it. It says dual band, 136 to 174 and 400 to 480. It doesn't have a brand name on it, so who knows? Possibly all from the same factory in China, who knows? But let's see if we can get somebody on the... Let's program a channel. I'm going to show you guys how to program a channel real quick, okay? So I put it in, we're in VFO mode, 442.9 there, and I'm going to go to program channel here. Transmit power, we're going to leave that on high. Bandwidth should already be, yeah, it's wide. Okay, receive CTCSS, I'm going to leave off. We're going to turn on transmit CTCSS, and we're going to go to 110.9, which is what this repeater is on right there. Okay, and then I'm going to go, oops, it took me back 2 menus. Okay, back in here, no encryption, signaling, channel memory, busy lockout, offset. Okay, so we're going to say, okay, and I'm going to go back into it just to make sure. Yep, okay, it's still there. Offset is 5 megahertz, and direction is a plus. Okay, now, there we go. That's the channel right there. When I key up, it should key up 447.900. And it is. And there you go, right there. It keyed it laying down on the, while laying down flat on the desk, it keyed the repeater. KC5 HWB testing. Actually gets into it better in a horizontal configuration than a vertical configuration. KC5 HWB testing. And there you go. That sounds a little bit...
HWB, K4JLM. You're coming through good. I'd say you're about a 8x8.
8x8? What is that? Okay, I think it was K4JLM, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you for the comeback. I'm testing a new HT here from my home in Grapevine. Just wanted to see what it was sounding like.
It's K4JLM, and yours sound real good. Right there, a little bit static, but still completely readable. So, sounds like a really good HD.
I don't know why it works better horizontally, though. It's just something about the electronics in this building. Okay, appreciate that. Thanks for the comeback in 73, KC5 HWB. And there it is right there. So that is the Baofeng UV-7 Bravo. And sounds good. Good, clean audio on transmit, and pretty decent audio with all the electronics around here in the ham shack. So I'll leave a link to this in the description below. You guys let me know. Have you seen this radio yet? I've not seen any videos on YouTube about it, but it came across, I subscribed to the BaofengRadio.com emails, and it came across my feed, I don't know, a couple of months ago. I should have made this video before now. But I really haven't heard much about it, and I was interested in it because it was tri-band. So far, so good. A little bit of a dirty signal on 2 meters, but has anyone seen this? What do you think about it? If so, let me know in the comments below. And if you did like this video, check out these videos over here because YouTube thinks you want to watch those next. 73, guys. We'll catch you next time.